September 27th, 2020. A video was released on the official Minecraft YouTube channel entitled Minecraft Live, introducing new mobs. For the first time, the world is introduced to 3 new mobs, one of which will be added to Minecraft. These are the Moo Bloom, the Isolager, and the Glow Squid. At this point in time, no one understands the importance that these 3 will one day mean to the Minecraft community. It's just the next iteration of the mob vote. Soon after the release of the initial announcement video, Mojang posts a series of short videos explaining each of the candidates. The Moo Bloom is first. It's a cute cow who would live in the flower forest and be a friend to the bees. The Moo Bloom had made its first appearance before in the ill-fated Minecraft Earth. The next day, the video for the Isolager is released. This would be a mob who would call the mountaintops home, attacking enemies with flying ice. Once again, it is not unknown to the community. It was released just a few weeks earlier in the Creeping Winter DLC for Minecraft Dungeons. Then, something interesting happens. On September 29th, 2020, we see something somewhat new. Captain Sparkles, a popular Minecraft YouTuber, makes a brief tweet with the words, "Vote Chillager." About 15 minutes later, he expands with another tweet comparing the 3 options. Moo Bloom, yellow cow. Glow Squid, a squid. Chillager, a mob from Minecraft Dungeons with a unique attack mechanic that spawns in an area that will synergize with the Snowy Mountain biome overhaul and could provide a cool risk/reward for a new item drop. Tell me why I'm wrong. This, as far as I can tell, is the first major creator to make a comment on the mob vote. At the time, Captain Sparkles has over 4 million Twitter followers and 10 million subscribers, far from a small voice in the community. While his tweets receive relatively modest support, it opens the door for something much bigger to come. On September 30th, the Glow Squid announcement video is released. Agnes and Jens find themselves snorkeling under the ocean. Agnes asks Jens if he wishes that Minecraft's oceans were glowier. Jens responds with a darkly ironic quip about wishing for world peace. Then it appears, the Glow Squid. Agnes and Jens are hypnotized by its luminescence, and Vu Bui must come in a submarine to snap them out of it. The Glow Squid video has notably little information about what the mob actually does, an omission that would prove to be frustrating for many. The livestream is set to occur on October 3rd, and the day finally arrives. The event is scheduled to begin at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. Things kick off without a hitch. After a 20-minute pre-show, the main event is well underway. Various exciting announcements are made, with the Caves and Cliffs update being the crown jewel of the show. The response is great. The community is super excited to finally get a cave update. Everything is going as planned. But there's another popular creator who has some thoughts on the upcoming vote. Dream is a Minecraft YouTuber who, in the year of 2020, has exploded onto the Minecraft scene. His rise to fame has been nothing short of meteoric. He's gained over 6 million subscribers in the past 3 months alone, and he's just posted something on his Twitter, Team Glow Squid. It's a response to Puns, a moderately popular streamer who has also posted a Team Glow Squid tweet. Dream has followed in the footsteps of both Puns and Captain Sparkles and has decided to make his personal decision known. For whatever reason, Dream and Puns have settled upon the Glow Squid as their mob vote candidate of choice. Another Minecraft creator, Philza, also agrees. However, the conversation is joined by Tommy and It, who says, "Cow made of piss is funnier." Tubbo Live, a collaborator with Tommy, also likes the Moo Bloom, but for a different reason. It loves flowers. However, these responses fail to convince Dream, who soon thereafter posts another tweet, "Vote Glow Squid, #Minecraft Live." Once more, Tommy and It and Tubbo latch onto the tweet, responding, "Piss cow was funnier, like if you agree." Tubbo informs the world that they have liked the tweet. Throughout this entire exchange, Minecraft Live has been continuing. It's 1336, and Vu Bui begins the first mob vote segment. He gives a short history of the past several votes and then reminds everyone of the 3 candidates. And at this very moment, Twitter voting opens for the first round. But the poll will only be open for 20 minutes, so the community must decide quickly who to eliminate. Captain Sparkles, quiet on Twitter for the past few days, returns with a pair of tweets promoting the Isolager. Imagine voting for a retextured squid. This message brought to you by Chillager Gang, #Minecraft Live. Soon thereafter, another tweet of support. Chillager, Isolager, come on! Oh yeah, remember how the main attraction of the Glow Squid was that it glows? Well, it turns out it doesn't, at least not in the traditional sense. Minecraft doesn't have dynamic lighting, so it's not possible to have a moving light source. This has been known for a while. A blog post from 4 days ago says that the squid glows in the same way that the Enderman's eyes do. Krinios, a moderately sized creator, reminds the world of this with a resounding agreement from Captain Sparkles. Yet Dream is not convinced to change his vote. He fires off a pair of tweets, one with a simple glow squid and one with many vote for glow squids. Tommy remains steadfast in his response: vote for the cow, don't ruin this for the people. There are 15 minutes of voting remaining, and rumors start to swirl. Dream is offering a deal. A deal? What could that mean? We hop on over to his alternate account and find that Dream has posted a now infamous tweet, following people who have proven they voted for the glow squid. That's right, Dream has decided upon a different tactic, a supposed Twitter follower for voting for the squid. It's hard to know for sure if he's serious. However, he does respond to a handful of people who post screenshots of their glow squid vote, with things like "good job soldier," "let's go," and "worthy." He's obviously convinced some people to vote, and among these people is Mr. Beast, who tweets, "Dream told me to vote for the squid." Is Dream actually following people though? On October 1st, he was following 232 people, and tomorrow, once the dust is settled, he'll be following 238 people. So in retrospect, it would appear as though the famous tweet was not meant to be serious. It doesn't seem as though he actually meant that he was planning on literally giving out follows for votes. But in the moment, no one knows for sure. Captain Sparkles tweets a meme promoting the Isologer. This whole time, Tommy has been unleashing a barrage of Moobloom tweets. Smaller creators Time Deo and Ant Frost have also chosen the Moobloom. Dream tweets several more messages of support, including, "We win these DTTWT." This is a reference to Dream Team Twitter, including Dream, George Not Found, Sapnap, and Bad Boy Halo. However, none of the other three are posting on Twitter during this vote. This is Dream's game. And finally, after a long and chaotic 20 minutes, the vote closes. The Moobloom will be eliminated, finding itself in a distant third place. Celebrations ensue for the squid supporters. After a few minutes, Vubuoy returns to Minecraft Live to make the official announcement. It's a two-horse race now between the glow squid and the Isologer. The second and final round of voting is now open. With the Moobloom out of the race, its supporters must choose a different side if they wish to continue voting. Captain Sparkles welcomes the Moobloom crowd with open arms to join the Isologer team. Dream also tries to convince people to switch, tweeting, "Moobloom supporters and glow squid supporters rise up against the ice idiots," and "We can all agree that both Moobloom and glow squid are much greater than Ice Guy." Tommy, crushed by the third place finish of the Moobloom, must make a choice, and it's the glow squid. This sparks a reply from Captain Sparkles, who says, "You are not of legal voting age." This generates the response, "You are old." Tubbo has apparently switched from the Moobloom to the Isologer, and they defend Captain Sparkles with, "The captain may be old, but he is oh so wise and powerful," to which Tommy says, "He is also stupid." Dream has been silent recently, but new voices have entered the conversation. XQC tweets, "Don't let Dream win, vote for the darn Isologer," adding themselves to the ice team. There are a few more Captain Sparkles tweets, but the second round is much quieter than the first, and it isn't long until the 20 minutes are up. The vote is over. The glow squid is victorious, winning with a slight but decisive margin. A few minutes later, Minecraft Live concludes the livestream with the final segment, which confirms the results. The Isologer has been eliminated. The glow squid is the Mob Vote 2020 champion. Captain Sparkles is upset, as he makes clear in a couple of tweets. Dream is excited, as he makes clear in a tweet. It's all in good fun. Voting is ended, and that's that. Or is it? Before we finish this story, we're going to take a quick look at this video's sponsor. Today's video is brought to you by Manscaped.com, the global brand for men's grooming and hygiene products. Manscaped offers the best tools and formulations for controlling odors. Let's take a look at the Performance Package 4.0. The first thing is the Lawnmower 4.0 Body Trimmer. This is the 4th generation electric waterproof trimmer with advanced skin-safe technology, which reduces nicks and cuts on sensitive skin. The Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer has a super smart cordless wireless charging system, as well as little LED lights which tell you just how much juice remains, up to 90 minutes on a full charge. It has a convenient travel lock feature. There's also the Crop Preserver and Crop Reviver deodorant and toner spray. But that's not all. Manscaped has you covered with the Weed Whacker nose and ear hair trimmer. You're protected with the same skin-safe technology. For a limited time, you can get all of this plus 2 free gifts, the Shed Travel Bag and the Manscaped Anti-Chafing Boxer Briefs. Go to manscaped.com today and get 20% off plus free international shipping and these gifts when you use promo code RetroGaming at checkout. Always use the right tools for the job. Once again, thanks to Manscaped for the sponsorship. At this point in time, it seems like we're done. The mob vote occurred, the glow squid won. That's it, right? But a quick trip to Twitter alerts us of a new hashtag, Cancel Dream. There are many people who are upset about the way the mob vote has gone, and they put the blame for the Glow Squid's victory on Dream. Apparently, Dream rigged the vote. People are upset about Dream's pushing of the Glow Squid. Dream responds with a tweet. Yes, the rumors are true. Herobrine paid me to rig the Minecraft Live election, and I'd do it again. This is clearly a joke. However, several hours later, he tweets a somewhat less jovial thought. People are salty that I tweeted to vote Squid, ha 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 ha, shut up. People made videos about who should win, and literally told entire live streams who to vote for. Stay mad at one. It was the superior mob, Glow Squid supremacy. And he's not incorrect. Several YouTubers did make videos suggesting which mob was superior, including, of course, Captain Sparkles, but also Waddles, another Iceologer fan. But the outpouring of hate on Twitter has clearly bothered Dream, and he posted several more times regarding the matter. First, he posted a meme. Mad kids when I tell people to vote a mob, even though every single other creator told people to vote for a mob and live streamed and made videos saying to vote for a mob, but I'm bigger, so I can't. Several days later, on October 5th, Dream finally offered his most serious response to the situation. Just for the people who are actually annoyed, I thought it would be funny to do an over-the-top campaign for a Minecraft mob that I don't really care about at all. I saw other YouTubers streaming saying to vote for the mobs, and other YouTubers that had made videos saying to vote for mobs. I shouldn't have said the follow thing, but it's something I've done in the past on Twitter, so my audience would know it's a joke. And if that would have influenced them, they were probably voting for what I said anyway. At the end of the day, I didn't really care what mob would be added, as they'll probably all be added anyways, and there was a lot of amazing features, so it's just a bonus. I just thought going crazy for a squid in Minecraft would be funny, and to me it was. I didn't mean to ruin the community vote or anything, and I don't think I did. Also, I didn't tell Mr. Beast to do anything. He's just a supportive friend and saw my tweet, so he decided to reply. But I'm sorry to anyone I upset by influencing the vote. My community is part of the Minecraft community too, and we don't really care about a dumb squid, we just care about coming together and having fun, and I didn't realize this would be taken so seriously. Plus, I actually think it's the best choice, but that's just my opinion. Love you guys. Dream also posted on Reddit, but it said essentially the same thing. He mentions several other creators by name, including Philza and Tommy. He also argues that the people who are blaming Dream are even more toxic than the people who voted Squid because of Dream. And that basically concludes our story. Okay, there's a lot to unpack in the Mob Vote 2020 story. When I started making this video, I wanted to answer one question. Did Dream rig the mob vote like so many people say? In some Minecraft communities, it almost seems like a given that people accept that Dream influenced the vote in some unfair way. I did an informal poll on my Discord server, and about half of the respondents selected the option Dream rigged it. The Glow Squid won unfairly because of Dream. Much of the debate revolves around Dream's tweets. He's accused of being manipulative, and as a result, swaying the vote enough in the direction of the Glow Squid that it emerged as the ultimate victor. Do these accusations have merit? Is Dream to blame? Did Dream have any sort of actionable influence at all? There are a couple of approaches to this. While it would be great to have minute-by-minute data of the votes, unfortunately that doesn't seem to exist. Instead, I'm going to do some back-of-the-napkin calculations using the numbers that we do have. I want to be abundantly clear from the start. I'm not a statistician, and this is not a rigorous analysis. In fact, if there are any stats people in the comments, I welcome your input on if there's a better way here. For this analysis, we're going to be looking at the tweets of content creators and counting the number of likes. There's several important assumptions I'm going to make. First, one Twitter like equals 1 unit of loudness. This ignores the fact that the same person can like multiple tweets and multiple creators. We will be comparing absolute numbers as there's no easy way to account for crossover. Second, we're going to assume that the creators I am tracking are representative of the voices who are most likely to be influential. However, it's totally possible that there are other important people I missed, or deletions I don't know about. With that out of the way, let's dive in. We'll start with round 1, when all 3 mobs were in play. I tracked the tweets of the following creators, putting their tweets into a category depending on which mob they supported. Then I compiled all the tweets that were in favor of a certain mob, or against another mob, from time before the first round up until voting closed at 13:59 Eastern Time. This chart shows the number of tweets from each creator. Dream is obviously important here, but he's far from the only one. In fact, his 366,000 likes in favor of the Glow Squid are only slightly in front of Tommy's, with 342,000 likes. This means that, from this dataset, Dream accounted for about 36% of the total likes, whereas Tommy was about 34%. Remember, Tommy and Dream are voting for different things at this point in time. Tommy is a Moobloom fan, whereas Dream is a Glow Squid fan. We can look at the rest of the creators to see the total numbers for each mob. Glow Squid is certainly in front with 53% of the likes, and the Moo Bloom is behind with about 43%. Yet, bizarrely, Iceologer is a distant third. While Captain Sparkles was a supporter from the beginning, it seems as though he failed to gain any sort of momentum in terms of getting other big creators to latch on. It's always possible I just missed them, but at this point, it appears to be a two-horse race between the Glow Squid and the Moo Bloom. That is, until we look at the actual votes. It turns out that the Iceologer was far more popular than the creators suggested, and the Moo Bloom was far less popular. Despite having a substantial number of liked tweets, the Moo Bloom finds itself in a distant third place. This is intriguing. It appears as though the true influence of the Moo Bloom content creators was less than expected. This returns us to one of our big questions. Do the tweets of large YouTubers cause any actual, tangible effects on the way that people vote? At least in the case of the Moo Bloom, the answer seems to be no. Within our current creator group, the Moo Bloom was quite popular, but within the global group of voters, the Moo Bloom was not very popular. This seems to imply that the number of likes on creators' tweets is not a representative metric for how the true vote is going to go. To put it another way, strong support for the Moo Bloom did not equal strong support in the polls, at least not enough to change the result. It's foolish to argue that these YouTubers had no effect whatsoever, but I really have to question if their influence is anywhere close to the level people seem to think. Surely the Moo Bloom would have had a stronger showing if that were the case, right? Let's move on to round 2. We'll be looking at tweets that occurred after the conclusion of the first round. The Moo Bloom is now eliminated, leaving only the Iceologer and the Glow Squid. It's here that creators who supported the Moo Bloom can either remain silent or switch teams to support one of the remaining mobs. We can look at a new chart here. From this sample, the overwhelming number of supporters of the Moo Bloom switched to the Glow Squid. The Iceologer gained one prominent voice in XQC, but even so, creators rejected the new Illager overall. Now, it's not so close. A dominant 83% tweet-like number percentage blows the 17% of the Iceologer out of the water. The creators have spoken. The Glow Squid is easily the best. With such a crushing majority of creators supporting the Glow Squid, we would expect their influence to lead our luminescent friend to an easy victory in the official poll. But when we actually look at the results, the margin of victory is much slimmer. The Glow Squid ends up winning, but not by much, just 2.7%. And once again, we have to ask ourselves, if it's true that the content creators have such an overwhelming amount of influence, then why didn't the Squid win easily? There has to be at least some influence, as there are screenshots of people voting for the Squid because of Dream, but I have to wonder if their true power is overblown. It wasn't enough to give the Moo Bloom a fighting chance, and it wasn't enough to give the Glow Squid an easy victory either, despite overwhelming influencer support. Now I want us to continue to remember our assumptions. I'm assuming that our group is representative, but I'm also assuming that one tweet like is equal for everyone. One could argue that Dream's opinion has at least some amount of increased value for a big reason. The tweet where he promised to follow people who voted for the Glow Squid. A skeptic may say that this very thing means we should throw out this analysis, since there's no way that a Captain Sparkles like is equal to a Dream like. Unfortunately, it's hard to know for sure how much of an effect this had. There are anecdotal reports of the vote swinging when Dream started to tweet, but without minute-by-minute data, it's not easy to get a sense of his true influence. Is it really that much stronger than any other creator? I'm not so sure. This might be a good point in the video to mention that I am neutral on Dream. I'm neither a Dream lover nor a Dream hater, so I do think that I'm approaching this from a fairly unbiased standpoint. Considering this whole situation, what conclusions can we draw? For one, the overwhelming hate towards Dream and Dream only is not fair. There were many different creators with different fan bases who pushed for certain mobs. Dream wasn't the first. Captain Sparkles, Puns, and Waddles all beat Dream by at least a couple of days. Dream wasn't the biggest either. He and Captain Sparkles had roughly the same number of subscribers, and Captain Sparkles had over 4 times the number of Twitter followers. It's worthwhile to note that Mr. Beast was influenced by Dream, and he's on a whole different level of popularity with 44 million subscribers at the time of the vote. However, it's not really fair to blame only Dream for Mr. Beast's post. While Dream was mentioned, Mr. Beast himself was also pushing for a specific mob, so he isn't guiltless either. Despite all of this, none of these creators received serious backlash, except for Dream. Why was that? Why was only one person blamed? I think there are a couple of elements. First, Dream was in the middle of a rapid rise to fame, and with that came a huge number of new fans. There were some out there who considered these fans to be immature or toxic. For those people, Dream served as an easy lightning rod, a convenient target to blame. It doesn't appear to me that Dream received any benefit of the doubt from the community. But that's why I'm making this video. I want to look at this situation in retrospect with a clear mind. The most obviously suspect move by Dream was to promise to follow people who voted for the Glow Squid. This understandably ruffled some feathers, especially amongst those who already considered Dream's fanbase to be toxic. From that point of view, Dream was unleashing his army of loyal stans to swing the vote unfairly in his favor. His initially aggressive response certainly didn't do much to win people over either. However, I think it's worth it to seriously consider Dream's longer response from a couple days later. There'll probably be some who think that this is just a reaction to the hate he received, but as I said, I'd like to try and give him the benefit of the doubt here. He claims that he did this whole thing for fun and he didn't mean to ruin the vote. The following people who voted promise is apparently something he's done before, although I couldn't confirm that. He did, however, regret that tweet. Ultimately, his argument is that what he did was really not that much different from other creators. And I'm actually inclined to side with Dream here. I think if you view these tweets as someone who's just having fun messing around, they fit the prototype. I also agree with him that people who would have been influenced by the promise of a follow probably would have listened to him anyways. It's really hard to know for sure, but I don't think that it's a certainty that the promise of a follow made a huge difference. But for the sake of argument, let's say that all of this was done maliciously. What if Dream was trying to unfairly sway the vote? Even if so, I don't believe there's strong enough evidence to show that he made a tangible change in the final numbers. Throw in the cacophony of other creators, and it grows increasingly unlikely that this single person was able to completely change the outcome of the vote. From the data we have, I just don't see a strong enough reason to believe that Dream, and only Dream, caused the vote to go towards the squid. So, did Dream rig the mob vote? Well, he certainly didn't rig it in the sense of him hacking Twitter and stacking the votes. In my entire exploration of this, I've seen zero evidence of that. Perhaps a better question is, did Dream's actions unfairly sway the result? I would argue that there isn't enough evidence to say that they did. While the promise to follow was not a good move, to truly rig it would mean that his actions would need to completely change the outcome, and for the reasons I mentioned, I don't believe that happened. However, it's important to reiterate that the data I used may not be enough to tell the whole story. This is just the conclusion I reached using what I had. This situation can teach us about how we relate to creators we enjoy. There can be this temptation to view those on the internet as our idols, people who are amazing and famous. Yet, we're all human. Dream is a human, Captain Sparkles is a human, RetroGamingNow is, believe it or not, a human, and humans make mistakes. Of course, it's fine to be a fan of a creator, we just need to be careful not to put people on a pedestal just because they're famous. Like I always say, think for yourself. Anyways, this video has gone on long enough. I hope you all enjoyed it. Please leave a comment with your thoughts. What do you think? Do you agree with my analysis? Disagree? I'm really curious to hear. Also, since this is such a contentious topic, I ask that you remain civil in the comment section. Don't attack people for disagreeing with you. Instead, listen to what they have to say with an open mind. It's tough to do, but I promise you'll have more fulfilling conversations that way. We'll go ahead and end with that. This has been RetroGamingNow. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Have a great day.